Hi everyone, welcome. So you might see that there's a video playing in the background. Um, yeah, my audio device just stopped working completely. It completely broke my microphone, and I didn't realize it. I recorded 4 episodes today. It took a long time to record those episodes. They're very stuff heavy, so I guess I'm going to try my best to talk over them a bit and to see if I can show you anything. I think that I'm just going to make these shorter episodes and skim through them a bit. Just because they're probably going to be kind of annoying to watch, but I still want to show off what progression and stuff I did. So, to start out with, I'm just going to make my VTuber disappear. Boop. Um, so for this one, you can see I expanded over here two or four new auto crafters. I expanded over here just extra area for create mod. I also made it a bit thicker so we could make some create stuff. Uh, I finished my compressed log, so we finished that the compressed singularity thing. And then for this episode, we're trying to make this mechanical arm deployer. Um, and this requires three of these hand things with these three items, and all you need to do is put a gold plate through them 5 times, and it makes it. So it's really simple. We just need to make all the stuff from scratch. So we start by making some andesite casings, which you just right click a log with an axe to strip it, and then you put andesite alloy on it. It's really easy stuff. We make a bunch of gears and then a couple water wheels. So we just plump the water wheels down. We put a large gear on it, and then you put a small gear attached to the large gear. You put a casing over the large gear, and then you just do this back and forth. You put a large gear and then a small gear, and then a large gear and the small gear, and this will make it just so it goes faster and faster. And this is how you make a simple, just like gearbox to just get a bunch of speed. So then we go from there. We make some diamond sandpaper. Use this against these red ruby things, and you make polished ones. Just really easy crafts. Very early create mod. It feels really weird to talk and not see my character talk as I talk. So yeah, I'm sorry. This is probably really confusing. When then we just make these deployers. These deployers are really just simple. You plump them down. Then we just need to give them power. We didn't have enough power, so we need just slightly more water power. And just like that, we're plumping them down. I wanted to make this automatic though, so I just add another belt going the other way. We add some chests. We add some funnels. Just like that. And then we put all of our items into these deployers. just like that. Um, I make the mistake in the video here, putting a brass plate in there, wondering why it's not working. And I needed to put a gold plate in there. And then it immediately works because, you know, that's how you're supposed to do it. And then it goes through. It has to go through 5 times. This does have a chance to fail. But luckily it didn't fail this time. It's a pretty low chance to fail. And there we go. We have the precious mechanism. And then we make our... Oh, we need some we need some bronze casings now, which are the same as the andesite casings, just to use a little bit of bronze. Really easy stuff. And now we have the mechanical arm. Simple as that. For the rest of the episode, I also configured my singularity to eat some more items, so we get another singularity out of it. Right here. And then I collect that between episodes, I think. And then we make this universal wireless thing, but it's just an encoding terminal and a requester terminal together. It's really simple. We mash it together. Now that you know, I finished that whole episode, let's do another episode while we're still at it. Okay, this next full episode. Yeah, I'm so sad that I lost all the audio for these. I really liked how these episodes turned out, and you know, I lost them all. So here we are. So for this, the power mod, this is just going to require lots and lots of auto crafting of like every step, because every step requires the last step, which requires the last step, which requires the last step. You know, like Russian doll style. And then it requires energizing, which we set up an energizer. I learned that I can't set it up with item pipes. And then I learned I can't set it up with item conduits, so we need to use the... I think we ended up using the mechanism pipes. Yeah, the mechanism pipes with the things. So we set up a thing where we just put a block of iron, block of gold. It gets energized by all the different lasers. And then it gets hot, and then we end up hopping it into the chest. However, I set this up. I set up a little computer. So this computer, I'll just pause it for a second. It has a controller, a item pattern, a crafting memory thing, and an interface and a storage controller for the chest. So the chest is the computer storage. And then I end up removing the hopper to put a pipe on here so we can automate, say, like 1 gold, 1 iron block makes 2 of the energized iron blocks. And to only put 1 at a time in while and then wait for it to finish before you make another one. And it actually ended up working phenomenally. We used it for like all the different ones. We have this whole thing set up perfectly, so that this can just keep making more and more and more. So yeah, now I just like requested 100 and it's making 100. We moved on. We ended up going through all the grid. I needed to right click this aerial pearl onto a zombie or a husk. And that took a minute. I was really happy that I got it really fast though. I upgrade all these lasers in a minute. Yeah, we're just going up the chain of power. Power. So blaze powder gets turned into blazing crystals, and then diamonds get turned into diamond crystals, and then emeralds into emerald crystals, and then the last one, this one, is a block of the blaze crystals, two redstone blocks, and a nether star, and it makes this last material. I thought I saw a waypoint there, but I think it was just a powerful enemy. And just like that, we have some nitro crystals, which is the very last crystals. I make one more set. And then we can autocraft. Set up all the last of the autocrafting. Then we start looking at polonium or whatever it's called. This is a process. This is a huge process. Actually, this is such a process, I'm just going to go through it, not in the video. So, real quick. Okay, back in, you can see where we have a little bit more stuff. This is at the end of all 4 episodes. We can see that these are all the patterns and stuff that I have in this machine and whatnot. But for the polonium, this is like 2 episodes worth. So first, before we made the polonium, we needed to make HDPE, this stuff, the pellets. This stuff requires oxygen and liquid ethene. Oxygen, so we get oxygen and hydrogen from the electrolytic separator. We just put water into it. We use hydrogen and water to make substrate. We use substrate to make liquid ethene. Or no, this is, we make ethene, which requires the water, hydrogen, and biomass to make the liquid ethene. Then we use liquid ethene and oxygen, which makes the HDPE pellets. And then we go down a rabbit hole. We make water vapor. We make water vapor or oxygen and acid sulfuric dioxide, which takes sulfur in this machine, and then that makes sulfur trioxide, which goes into this machine with water vapor to make sulfuric acid. And then sulfuric acid into this machine with fluorite makes hydrofluoric acid. Then we use this machine to make uranium oxide, which is just uranium. And then we make uranium hexafluoride. Then using uranium hexafluoride, we make this stuff, fissile fuel. And then the fissile fuel runs through a fission reactor to this thing, which we need to turn into the sun, or we need to sleep real quick so this can keep working. Right now, we're kind of just waiting on this. To finish. But this takes nuclear waste and converts it into polonium, polonium, whatever you want to call it, to make the polonium pellets, and that's the last step we need for the gravitation module and the Nexus emitter. So, yeah, 4 episodes I just squeezed into 15 minutes. I'm so sad that those 4 episodes were bad. I'm super depressed about that. Next time, I guess I'm going to. This is just going to be a short episode, I guess. I'm just going to wait for these pellets to finish. I'm probably going to record something else for a little while. After losing 4 episodes, I kind of just want to take a break. I'll play something else for a couple of episodes. And then record more of this probably tomorrow. But we're almost to the star. What we need next is only 2 things. We need the Dragon Soul and the improbable probability device. This takes Oritech, Powa, Ender.io, Mega Cells. It takes a little bit of everything, but nothing looks like too hard. This, however, Chaotic Dragon Core, we can make, thankfully, because I killed another dragon. Chaotic Energy Controller is also doable. I think all this stuff is doable except for these 2 items. These 2 items, I think, are going to be like the last 2 big steps of the pack. Because this requires a occultist ritual, which I don't really know how to do at all. And then this takes an Ars Nuevo enchant, which I also don't really know how to do. And it also requires one of these, which I don't really know how to get. So, yeah. Just a couple more steps and we have our star. It's really exciting. It's super sad that I lost those episodes. Well, I still have them, but I guess I'm not gonna upload them at all. Yeah. Anyway, take it easy, guys, and until next time. Bye.